sportsman. Magnussen has made up places at the start, but here comes the Matty in front of
Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of Tier 1 here at Qatar. Very high speed track here today into turn 1, slight braking zone, right-hander. Into turn 2, easily and early on the throttle, turn 3, flat out. Turn 4, tricky corner, into turn 5 as well. Another pretty much 90 degrees corner, very difficult into turn 6, pretty heavy braking zone. Easy onto the throttle, turn 7. Medium speed braking corner through turn 8 and turn 9 should be flat out. Turn 10 left-hander through turn 11, flat out again. 12, 13 and 14 could be flat out through turn 14, but 12 and 13 should be easily flat out. Turn 15, little left-hander around turn 16, final corner of the track, sorry. Then onto the main straight, the only DRS zone on the track. And that completes a lap of Qatar. I'm here today with Durus. Durus, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Hello. I'll run you quickly through the standings from round 1. Here is the drivers. Aston Martin on top with Martin taking the victory in round 1 around Las Vegas. Red Bull in P2 with 22 points. Mercedes P3 with 18. Ferrari P4 with 15. And Alfa Romeo in the top 5 with 8 points. Quickly onto the drivers. Martin obviously taking victory. Generator in P2. Seth, thank you for the 25 bits. Generator, fantastic drive around Las Vegas to bring in P2. Jamal P3 with the fastest lap, that should say 16 points. 10 plus in P4 on 12. Lucas Giles completes the top 5 with 10 points in P5. And I think we're already through on to qualifying. Early predictions from you, please, Durus.
Oh, it's a tricky one. We have Hoogie Boss aka Jamaica, which has improved a lot from last season. We have as well Nova Gibson, that's pretty fast this season. I think the top five are going to be around Martin Zluva, Hoogie Boss, Templos, Lucas Giles, Nova Gibson.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I think obviously Martin's up there, so everyone up in the top 3% on time trial, I believe. Seth, thank you for the 100 bits. Seth Martin also racing. Wonder where he can put it.
Seth Martin is multitasking.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. Seth Martin always coming through with the bits. Appreciate it. Everyone, I think it's time to renew their Prime subscriptions. I did mine before the stream. Don't know if anyone of you watching used to be subscribed, but I would appreciate it if you resubscribe with Prime or even a normal sub. As we ride on board with Martin on his outlap.
And Martin about to... Oh, he goes back to the pits.
Interesting. Don't know if he's
So
checking his thing.
Lucas Giles should be the next.
Yeah, we'll ride on board
to
with Lucas
start.
Giles.
Lucas Giles about to start the first lap.
If you want to take us through it.
Yeah. Braking zone into turn 1. It's a tricky corner. Pretty high speed as well. Around turn 3, which is flat out. Into turn 4. And turn 5. Both of them like 90 degrees turns. And this heavy braking zone in turn 6. It's where a lot of people may lose a bit of time, I guess. Now, this section should also be flat out into the third sector. And the third sector is pretty much everything flat out. It's a very high speed sector here.
Yeah,
Also, track limits is going to be something, I guess, today.
Yeah,
pretty easy to go over them.
I reckon track limits will catch out a few people today. Martin, actually, saying in the Discord, he's lost force feedback, so he's retired from the session. He's got to restart his game. Lucas Giles, 121.819. So that will put Martin at the back of the grid.
Templos puts in a 121.875. Felix, reserving for Haas, puts a 121.832.
Nice lap from Felix, to be fair. Right on board with Jamal. Alex in the chat, can't wait to get back on the comms. Miss it. Miss you too. In that cringy. Flat out with Jamal, he's going to lift through the next corner, little lift. Lucas Giles did not lift one bit, so the Red Bull seemingly putting a lot more practice in. Thank you, Tudi, for the follow. So here we go. Lays down the throttle nicely, opens the DRS. He's used all of his ERS though for this lap, but still sticks it on pole position, on provisional pole, I should say.
This provisional pole. Yeah, the ERS on this track is not good managed from the game itself. You can't do a lap with full ERS. On the straight, the deploy is used.
Yeah, Phoenix invalidated his last lap, but this one, not so far. We'll ride on board with him as he completes this one. Let's hope he doesn't run into too much traffic here. 2 cars already moving out of the way for him. So
Aston Martin as well, moving.
That corner's just gone through. I find that corner so tricky on this track.
Yeah, it's a really hard corner. I tested it by myself, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of this track anyway. But yeah, that corner is pretty tricky, and that is a purple sector 2 for Phoenix.
Yeah, looking good so far. After this lap, I'll make sure to invite Martin back, as it doesn't look like he's invalidated this one.
No, he didn't.
Final corner, lays down the
Onto
throttle.
the straight, DRS wide open, and he's going to put it in a 121.1 provisional pole for Phoenix and AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I'll just get Martin back in quickly. There he is. Very nice lap from Phoenix. We're right on board with Genator to nearly 3 tenths up. Comes across the
This
line.
could go on P3.
Very nice.
It is P3.
Very nice from Genator. We're right on board with Striker Boy. Looking very, very competitive up there. P6 downwards, really. All very, very close.
Very close, everything.
Well, P5.
Yeah, we have 3 people with a 121.8. And from P5 up to P9 is everything within 2 tenths.
Yeah. Striker Boy followed closely behind by Goodies Bacon. We'll ride on board with Goodies Bacon, see what he can do. Striker Boy will cross the line before him.
Yeah.
But
Keep an eye on him.
Seems to be catching the back of the Aston Martin car.
Striker Boy puts in a 123.2.
Yeah, another driver we need to keep an eye on is Henk cars. He's looking very, very strong up in P2. Genator got P2 in Las Vegas, so he's going to want to get his head down and catch back up if he can in this qualifying session. Thank you to everyone that's watching the stream so far. As
Henkas goes into the box.
And we'll ride on board with Seth Martin. In fact, he's on his out lap, so we'll go with the Boz, who's just about to start his second flying lap. Do you want to take us through it, Durus?
Yeah. Also, we need to keep an eye on Henry, which currently is still in the pits, but has done a banker lap last Friday on in Austria in the Red Bull Ring. Outperformed everyone else in Q2, as Seth Martin is slowing down for that Williams. So the boss currently in sector 2 into turn 10 and turn 11. See if that AlphaTauri in front makes room for him.
He was 10th up, and that's purple.
Purple, yeah.
Middle sector.
Probably also gaining a bit of slipstream from that AlphaTauri.
Yeah, but it could also be getting dirty air. But yeah, it'll probably pick
Ooh,
up a
very
massive
good
slipstream.
last turn. Very, very good.
Yeah, this slipstream will prove beneficial at the end of this lap. We know how effective it is. The Boz
121.8. Another one.
10 plus a 10th up for your Red Bull team, Durus. Where can he put this Red Bull?
It would be good into P4 or P3, but let's see. P4. Okay.
P4 it is.
Lucas Giles as well. 1/10 up.
Looking decent. Looking like a decent result for the Red Bull team. Can't improve. He does improve, but can't get any higher positions. Felix 300s up. Reserve for Haas today. Thanks to Felix for stepping in.
purple
Nearly 3
middle
tenths,
sector.
I
I'm
think.
not sure if that's correct. I
Well,
mean,
no,
we
he-
know
he
how
is
this
3
game
tenths.
goes.
Nearly invalidates there. Has to step off the throttle a little bit into the final corner. Nicely onto the power there from Felix. Deploy used in the DRS. Where can he put this Ascot? Up into P6.
P6. Would say we would go on board with Henry, that's currently in his outlap already into the last turn.
Yeah, we'll just see if Phoenix can improve first, then we'll ride on board with Henkas, then we'll go to Henry. That should be the order that they cross the line.
Phoenix 800s up on his time. Into turn 16. You see, at some point you need to manage that ERS. Where is it more effective? If you activate it later, you would have that ERS on the straight at the end of your run. Maybe that is also a tactic from a driver today.
Yeah, we're focusing on Phoenix. Jamal puts it in P2. Henkas, can he steal it back? A little bit of a wiggle on the final corner.
And has 2/10 up.
On provisional pole.
Oh!
Ooh.
He brakes.
Did he brake or did he run out of fuel?
Oh, he has fuel. He was braking.
Interesting. See what Henry can do. First lap for him. If you want to take us through it.
Already finished his lap, is going to cross the line. It's a 1:21.1. P2.
P2, very, very nice.
P2 for Henry, reserving today for Haas as well.
Just invite Dan Saparan to fill the grid.
Currently with Goodis Bacon, which is in the final sector, nearly invalidates it and goes into the box. Okay. Don't think anyone is currently on a lap. What are your predictions, Husky, for today?
Well, it's looking good for Phoenix. You know how strong his race pace is. So I know it might be obvious, but I think Phoenix will stick this one out and get it on the top step of the podium.
Yeah, it's a hard track to overtake. The only real opportunity, I think, is into turn 1. It's pretty hard to overtake in the other parts of the track. It's pretty high speed turns, very easy to touch someone else while fighting. So, yeah.
Yeah, Braintree Bomber is Kev the Slice, just on an auto count. Had to back out of his lap after having a little bit of a wobble. Striker Boy, 4/10 up. Looking very, very nice for him, as he's yet to set a proper representative time. Oh, he spins around.
Takes a bit of those sausage curbs there. Seth Martin, I believe, is on a lap.
Yeah, we're right on board with Seth Martin. What is his time in Sector 1? Half a 10th up.
Not bad.
Not bad, but he needs to gain just a couple more tenths to get himself into the top 10.
It's very close. It's within 1 second from P1 to P13. even less, 9/10.
Yeah, 2.5 tenths up as Henry and all most other drivers are coming out for their final run. Can Seth put it in the top 10?
Very good there on the power out of the last corner. It's going to be a 1:21.5 P8.
He does put it in the top 10. Very decent lap there from Seth Martin. Going to want to be improving
The other
on that position.
Mercedes
Yeah, Janata just
starting the
his
lap as well.
Yeah, as Felix invalidates, so we'll ride on board with Janata.
Should be the first one to finish this qualifying. And Felix gets a 5 grid penalty, collision with a Braintree bomber, aka Kev.
Felix, I'll put him down out of the top 10, so gonna be good with that.
Generator goes now into turn 7. Like Husky said, very tricky turn. Then it's flat out through turn 8, 9, 8 and 9, breaking the zone into 10. He is currently 200ths, actually 1/10 of his time. It's a purple sector 2. Into the final corner. And where will Janator put his lap in? P3.
Decent.
P3 for Janator.
Very, very nice from Janata.
We have the McLaren of Jakov, I believe. Also finished lap P15. The AlphaTauri of Good as Bacon puts it in P12.
Yeah, Henry is currently down on his time. He's going to want to gain about half a tenth in the final sector to challenge for pole position.
Oh, the Alfa Romeo of Nova Gibson puts it in P5 with a 1:21.3.
Nice lap from Nova. But Alfa Romeo, Icky Robbo, hope he can improve on his lap time too. Henry can't improve. Well, he does improve actually. It's 1,000th between P1 and P2. Phoenix though is 3/10 up, so it's something like
in P4. Jamal can't improve. Jamal P5.
10 plus into P3. Phoenix improves on his lap, and now there's a 2/10 gap between P2 and P1. Seth Martin, is he on a lap? No, he's in the pits.
Validated. Striker Boy is on a lap.
Striker Boy.
He will put it into
P17 only, so Phoenix is on pole position here at Qatar in round 2 of Tier 1. Fantastic.
120.874. Henry P2, 10 plus P2. Very strong time there from 10 plus.
Yeah, very decent. P7, P9 for my team. Looking very
nice.
Yeah,
my team, P11 for Lucas.
Yeah, Henry sitting very pretty there in P2 in the Haas, but Phoenix dominates once again.
Bit of surprise from Jamal. P5 for Jamal.
Yeah, he's normally up there to be fair, but I mean P5 still is very, very decent. But here are the standings. Final qualifying classification. Felix will have a 5-place grid penalty, however.
So Felix will start from P17, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Jamal Alex, as you say, is known for his race pace, not his quali pace. So we'll have to see as the race will be starting straight away. We won't have a formation lap. So Durus, if you want to do the honours when we start.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone that is tuning in so far. It looks like we've got about 20 viewers. Master Strike is here. Williams TP in the chat. Williams boys got more pace in them. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. We should be getting underway any second.
Still looking into the pits. Anyone is suspicious?
So here we go. Hopefully we'll have no disconnects. And we turned formation lap off, by the way, because there was a few bugs that if you parked incorrectly and got disqualified, you actually got disqualified from the race as well. So we've just turned that off.
And Henkas left the session.
So here we go.
And it's lights out, and away we go. Drive through for Nacht Crawling at the beginning of the session.
Yeah, Phoenix seems to get away well though, and he is into the lead on the first lap. Janator is looking for one down the inside of Templos, and it looks like he has got that move done as well. He's going to have the inside for the next corner. Who's that going off in the grass? It looks like Lucas Giles, Templos, and Janator still side by side. Janator looks to have that move done, and he does have that move done. Fantastic from Janator. Templos down in P4, losing one position to Janator on the start. Jamal still in P5.
Seth Martin is also fighting with the...
both Alfa Romeos!
Both Alfa Romeos!
No!
They take each other out!
That's the last thing I want to see as team principal. Oh no.
Oh my god, Nova Gibson and Icky Robo take themselves out.
Not happy at all. We will be having words.
Is there any damage to the Alfa Romeos?
Looked like there were. We'll try and get Henkas back in as soon as we can. There you go. Got him in.
Yeah, the wing of Nova Gibson is broken.
Absolutely.
For sure. Ooh. There will be some kind of penalties for these drivers from their team principal, as Phoenix finishes the first lap without giving away his lead. And Henry is pulling away from Janator, already almost 1 second so out of the DRS from Henry. As there are 3 people pitting, Felix, Nacht Crawling, and Nova Gibson.
Yeah, very disappointing start for Alfa Romeo. Really dampened my move there. But, you know, still a long way to go. Safety car. And we do have red flags on reduce for this race. We're just trialling them out in Tier 1.
That could be interesting.
But yeah, again, it is only on reduce. We hardly ever get a safety car anyway here in Tier 1.
Martin Zluva started on P20. Oh, we have Dam Saparan with a spin. Didn't notice that Dam Saparan is here today, probably in for Old Hoss.
Yeah, last minute call up. There's mine. We'll probably get the move on Jakov. Jakov is a champion in FZR. Phoenix sets fastest lap 1:24.911. Martin just used a little bit of energy.
Martin, it's going side by side.
Gets that move done. There's already
3-second time penalty for Felix.
Yeah, first penalty. I feel like there will be quite a few here. It's very hard to keep the car in track limits with how fast paced this circuit is.
It's a reminder, Martin Zluva started
Henry
fast.
nearly spins round there. Might just keep it on, but that'll mean Janator will close up even more. And that brings Henry out of the DRS of Phoenix.
DRS will be active this lap already. Like Husky said, only one DRS zone on this track. It's the main straight.
Yeah, it looks like Henry will not get the DRS from Phoenix. I'll just allow Phoenix to break away if he does have the pace. I'm sure he does. Seth Martin and Lucas Charles, the two friends. Seth looking for a move on the Boz. Goes off the track there. Will that be a warning? But Seth stays behind for the main straight. I think that's the most sensible thing to do. Gets the power down. The Boz seems to have
blows
a bit more traction.
To the back of Huggy Boss. Puts in as well the fastest lap.
Yeah, Kev goes a little bit wide there, but still manages to stay ahead of the Boz. Martin closing on the back of Lucas Charles, who just seems falling away from the pack in front. So there's 3 cars ahead, very, very close to each other. Yeah, Phoenix, that gap is growing to Henry in P2. It's looking like a nice controlled drive from him, just extending that gap lap by lap.
What a point down near the rain on P6. Henkas, I'm not sure what happened with Henkas, but he is on P14. And 3-second time penalty for Jakov.
That's interesting.
On lap 4, we have 2 drivers already with time penalties, and Jamal has once again a DRS, is using ERS, and he is going on a move on Genator, and he has it done.
There's all sorts of move here for the final few points positions. Seth Martin, can he get into P7? Tries to stick it down the inside of the Boz. The Boz looks like he's still got that position, but Martin, Lucas Charles, Kev the Slice, Seth and the Boz all fighting for the little points positions.
Unbelievable fight here. Kev the Slice currently with a 3-second time penalty as well in that Alpine.
Yeah, let's see what tyres everyone is on actually.
Ooh, Lucas Giles is going for a move, but the soft tyres are showing their effectiveness on the exit speed.
Kev gets another penalty there.
6-second penalty.
Martin looks to be going for the move, and Lucas Charles just has
Bit
to
of
avoid
contact
any contact
there.
yeah. As he runs out wide, and does that allow Martin to go down the inside? No, just covers it off pretty nicely, I've got to say.
It's very hard to overtake there.
Yeah, it's such high speed.
Yeah. Also keep an eye on Jamal, which is catching Henry.
Lucas Giles in the DRS. Looks to have got past Kevin the Slice. Can Martin go for a double overtake here into turn 1? Runs off the track and he gets 3-second time penalty doing so. But Martin does get ahead.
Time penalty.
Does get ahead, and yeah, while we're watching that, Jamal gets past
Lucas
Henry.
Giles goes. Oh, and Lucas Giles make it stick.
Still such close racing. Lucas Giles manages to stay in front of Martin. Kevin the Slice seems to be struggling on those soft compound tyres. A little bit of a wiggle there, and will that allow Striker Boy to get ahead? Up to the outside line.
Also, Jamal is now trying to catch up to Phoenix as he is on P2. Oh, bit of a wiggle of Martin's Luva.
Striker Boy is going to send one down the inside. He does try, but there's no contact between them, luckily, as Kev shut the door pretty aggressively there. Looks like Junu Vane is going to make the move on 10 plus on the main straight if he can get and keep within that 2/10 range. Striker Boy is very, very close to the back of Kev the Slice. Kev is on the softs, Striker Boy on the mediums. Most people,
I was about to talk about the tyres. a lot of difference. Two penalties for Damsaparan and for the boss, if I'm not wrong. If you take a look onto the tires, it's pretty mixed from P1 to P20. Being clear, it's clear that some at the front are starting on the hard tire compound. Most of them. Jamal is on mediums and still losing time to Phoenix.
Yeah, Martin does get past Lucas on the main straight using that one DRS zone, but Lucas gets a 3-second time penalty. Now it's a flat out race between Martin and Lucas. But Phoenix is absolutely cruising out in front. Nearly 3 seconds is the gap to P2, so that means if he does get a penalty, it will be covered by that gap.
And another 3-second penalty for Felix. That means 9 seconds already.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep it between the lines, but everyone up to P7 has not got a penalty now.
Also for Kev, 9 seconds. Yellow flag. Jakov.
Damsaparan, I think.
Damsaparan is round once again.
So here we go with Junior Vane. Is he going to make the move on 10 plus? Both on the hard compound tyres. They're going side by side, but I think Junior Vane has managed to make the move stick.
Yeah.
It's Huggy Boss. To be fair to him, he's keeping up with Henry and Jamal. He said in Discord,
it's strong pace from Janator today. I mean, he showed it already in Las Vegas with that P2. He's strong today, really strong.
yeah, I think he said in the Discord it's not one of his best tracks, so he's still being P4. It's an incredible result, showing his pace very, very well. But 10 plus is keeping with Junior Vane and is staying within that 2/10 mark. As who's that? Jamal's round.
Jamal is round.
Broken wing.
Broken wing for Jamal.
Can't reset
as
the
well.
track as well, so it looks like Jamal is running. Yeah, he is. He's running outside of the points now.
Jamal P14.
Safety car.
Safety car is deployed.
Phoenix
And
is in.
I would say this is perfect for the soft starter. That means have the slice.
Yeah, it looks like most people is coming in. I think Junior Vane, yeah, he is staying out. So he will take the lead of this race on the hard compound tyres. Feels it's a bit too early to box. But I think most people have taken advantage of this safety
boxing, except for Seth Martin and Junior Wayne. These are the only ones that are not pitting out of the front. Jakov as well, not pitting.
Yeah, very packed in the pit lane, but hopefully this brings the two Alfa Romeos back into it.
It should bring both of them back into the race. As Icky Robo is also stopping. Oh, interesting. Martin's Luva on the soft.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the tyres actually.
Martin's Luva switched to the soft tire compound.
So it looks like the Boz, Kevin the Slide,
So did
Striker Boy,
Damster
Henkaz,
Torrent.
Goodies Bacon and Jamal are going, or trying to go till the end on those hard compound tyres. Phoenix will probably have to box again, but he might be able to go onto the soft compound tyre at the end, or he might choose to go onto another set of mediums.
Also, Nova Gibson didn't box. He's on 7 lap olds mediums.
Yeah, but at least the back caught up to the pack after the incident.
Magnussen has made up places at the start, but here comes Sebastian Vettel.
AJ, thank you for the follow. As the safety car will be just waiting for everyone to catch up and be within the same sector before we go racing again. It will be probably one more lap until we do.
Yeah, I guess so. Restart on lap 10 into lap 11.
Everyone on the grid apart from the top 3 have made a stop in this race, and it's mandatory to stop once if you're new to F1. Jakov up 12 positions. Seth Martin
Now the
pace.
question is, will those hard tires last 20 laps?
I don't know, it'll be tight for the Boz in the Ferrari.
I mean,
If they do, he'll be in prime position to win this race.
I've done yesterday a 50% race here, and I was on 18 lap hard compound tires, and I had no grip already.
Yeah.
I was sliding around, so it's going to be interesting how everyone is going to manage their tires. Also, the safety car period helps a bit with that. Don't lose that much of actually, you don't wear that much of the tire. So
Yeah, it's looking very, very strong for Martin on the softs. Is he going to do the same strategy but in reverse as a couple others and go from the softs onto the mediums at the end?
I mean, if it sticks to it and the hards don't stop, the boss is currently P1.
Yeah. As Sam's apparent, the final car, he is ghosted at the minute, but he has caught up to the back of the safety car pack, and he should be going racing. The whole pack should be going racing this lap. So Junu Vane now in P1. Obviously, as I say, the top 3 haven't boxed yet, but he will be in control of the pack, and it is in this lap. So Duras, if you want to take us through the restart.
I try my best. Junu Vane now letting the safety car go into the pits, followed close behind by Seth Martin and Jakov, already with a 3-second time penalty. Junu Vane, when is he going to start? There he goes. Started before the last turn.
Decent
Good
restart.
accelerate. Decent restart reaction also from Phoenix. Look at that. Close to Henry. Henry goes for a move on Jakov. And he makes it stick.
Phoenix goes for a double move now, and that is 2 positions in one. Phoenix up into P3 from P5 on the restart. Brilliant from him.
Very strong from Phoenix.
As Janata and Jakov side by side, so is Templos and Henry behind. This is going to be absolute chaos into the next turn. Janata up into P4, Templos.
Templos lost a lot of positions there.
Absolute carnage, don't know where to look here. As Lucas Charles goes around the outside of Jakov in that McLaren, and in front Henry and the Boz going side by side.
And I don't even know where to look. Oh! Jakov goes around.
Jakov round. The Boz has to cut the corner a little bit there. As Lucas Charles go down the inside of the Boz. Manages to keep both cars in the white lines.
And
but Phoenix is closing in on P1 already on the new compound of tyres on those mediums. Seth Martin with that 3-second time penalty now. Probably should have boxed under the safety car, but Phoenix, it looks like he's going to be in the lead of this race, going on to into the braking zone of turn 1.
Phoenix very close to Junu Vane. Doesn't need the DRS.
We'll watch behind as the Mercedes swap positions. Martin's Luver as well, getting ahead of Seth Martin. Looks like Seth has lost 2 positions, just like Phoenix gained 2 positions. Seth Martin's lost them.
I'm out.
Side by side here from Janata and Martin. Is Martin going to send one down the inside of Seth Martin? Janata, sorry. Seth Martin also going side by side with Henry. Seth down to P6, but this battle in front is getting very, very tasty. A little bit of contact there between the Aston Martin and Mercedes. But
Yeah, it's looking very interesting, the battle there for the last podium place.
Yeah, Janeta lost out now to Henry. So incredibly close and hectic racing, but it seems like it's been all clean, as Phoenix has absolutely gapped everyone. 2.3 seconds is now the gap to the car behind.
Husky, could you get me an invite, please?
Yeah, once all this has calmed down, I'll make sure to get you an invite back. I just don't want to miss anything here.
Yeah.
Couple drivers running wide there, the boss.
The boss and Temple. Oh no.
There we go. Martin gets past Junior Vane, so does Henry. Henry going down the inside. Is it going to be another double move? As Janeta is getting involved as well. Martin up 17 positions in this race. Absolutely incredible. I'll quickly send you an invite. There you go.
Thank you. Martins Luva is doing a phenomenal job today.
Yeah, Seth Martin now behind 10 plus as Junior Vane has left the session. Has he disconnected? Phoenix gets a 3-second time penalty. Junior Vane's getting overtaken now. I've been disconnected. We'll try and get him back. An invite. Junior Vane, there we go. Felix with another 3-second penalty is now up to 12 as Jamal gets past Junior Vane. But yeah, right now, looks like Henry could be in contention for the win of this race. Seth Martin boxing now on those hard compound tyres. Feels like now is the time.
So it's very unpredictable because Phoenix is on the hards, if I'm not wrong.
Phoenix on the mediums.
Oh, mediums. So Phoenix has to stop. He needs to stop before even this race. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, unless he absolutely nurses those tyres, he's going to have to stop again. But Martin, for certain, he's going to have to stop again. So Henry and Janeta not having the penalty. Striker Boy hits into the back of the boss there. I hope there's no damage. Striker Boy gets overtaken by Henkaz.
Phoenix also has a penalty. Just saw that.
Yeah, so if they both do have to box again and they manage to pull away from P3 and P4, it'll be a flat-out race between Martin and Phoenix. But Henry and Janeta, they could be in contention to win this race.
Yeah, Henry coming to reserve from T2. You need to think about it.
Yeah, Henry, incredible pace. He's shown in Tier 2 and he's now showing it in Tier 1. And Henry, he goes for the move on Martin's Luva.
That means P2 for Henry.
Theoretical P1 though, with Phoenix having the penalty, and there's all kicking off at the back here. Striker Boy goes for the move down the inside of the boss. Can he make it stick? No, he looks for the switch pack. Can he get the power down earlier? He does get better traction,
strong.
but he goes for a second move. Can't quite pull it off. There's Univane into the pit lane, now running plumb last. As the boss goes a little bit deep into that corner, can Striker Boy get the better traction?
Very good. It's clean driving, very good driving from both of them.
It is, but no moves seem to be able to be made.
Very tricky to overtake on this part of the track.
Yeah, of course.
But if he can stick so close to the back of the bus on the straight with DRS, he should be past him. Though his teammate Jamal is in front and could give him the DRS so he can defend a bit. Jamal is also very close to the back of Henkas.
Yeah, we'll ride on board with that one first. Hope to catch it in the background between the move and Striker Boy and the boss. But here we go, Jamal.
Jamal, there he goes, 4P7.
There we go.
He does it. Striker Boy stays behind. Oh! Very
Nearly
late
into
braking.
Yeah, but it can't quite get past the boss.
But as you can see, the boss is flashing red. That means no ERS for him. Seth Martin puts in the fastest lap of the race with a 124.2.
Yeah, I went onto the soft compound tyre to do that.
Oh, a bit of contact between Striker Boy and the boss.
There's these slight bits of contact, but I don't think it's enough to warrant any sort of damage or penalty. Just hard racing, really.
I guess the soft tires are giving up. Look at Martin's Luva losing time to Henry, already out of the DRS. Out of the DRS. He just lost 2/10, 3/10 now. He's
Yeah.
gaining again.
That might have been a warning there for Striker Boy.
And like predicted, a lot of penalties.
Yeah, a lot of penalties. We'll actually have a look at those now, and nearly all the grid have a penalties. Huggy Boss, also known as Janator, manages to get past Martin. Martin on the soft, Janator on the mediums, as there we go, Striker Boy does get past the boss in the Ferrari. Nicky Robert looking to do the same. Can't quite on this occasion. Seth Martin overtakes Shakov towards the rear of the pack. Martin is just going to stay in the DRS of Huggy Boss and try and drag himself along.
Yeah, because the soft tires are clearly not. They are clearly giving up now. They were really fast here on that track.
Yeah.
Not
Also,
quite
got to look
the
out
best.
for fuel.
Fuel
Lucas
is a
Giles
big.
into the gravel.
Lucas Giles is round.
Yeah, into the gravel. Henkaz looks for the move. I think Lucas Giles might have to give this one up with the gravel on his tyres, but he's still putting up a fight to Henkaz. We'll look on the cinematic camera, and no, he stays ahead.
Stays ahead of Henkas.
Yeah, as I was saying, we need to look out for fuel, as fuel burn on this track is very, very high. You need 1.5, maybe 2 laps extra of fuel in the tank. As
Lucas Giles goes into the box.
Yeah,
maybe
into the
damage.
box. Striker Boy. Oh, sorry about that. Striker Boy. Look to the move on Henkaz, but Henkaz seems to be pulling away. Incredible straight line speed in that Williams car, just like real life.
Yeah, setup is also very important on this track. You can either go with a high downforce setup for the sector 2 and 3, but you will lose time during the straight, or you go with a lower wing setup and you gain a lot of time on the straight to defend yourself.
Yeah, Phoenix now broke that penalty range now to P2, so it looks like he will win this race if it stays like this. Phantom,
Phoenix
team principal
still has to
McLaren.
stop, I guess.
Yeah, he's chose the driver focus of Penry or Phoenix. So we'll ride on board with your race leader for the time being, if there's no moves. Phoenix looking very, very strong. We've seen his pace throughout the whole of last season and going into this season. Slight slide there into the final corner, but still manages to get the power down very nicely. And Martin is in the pit lane. Soft's finally given up and is wanting to change those tyres. He's had enough. Martin now falling down out of the points. We'll ride more with Henley as well, as you requested.
Henry losing a lot of time to Phoenix.
Yeah. Both on the medium tyres though. Will they be able to make it until the end?
I don't think so. 20 laps on mediums is too much, I think.
Well, we never know, do it? So we'll have to see towards the end of the race. 10 laps to go, not including this one. with Striker Boy, who's in a battle
Striker
with
Boy.
Nicky Robbo, The Boz, and Felix.
And Henkas is also pretty close. Striker Boy 2 is close to Henkas as well.
Yeah,
A half a second.
Yeah, he'll be chasing him down.
Will he go for a move on the straight with DRS? Let's check Henkas ERS 20%.
Yeah, pulling over to the right hand side, trying to break that slipstream. Now travels back over to the racing line. Striker Boy can't seem to get that move done. He's low on ERS
Good
as well.
Bacon goes past Kev the Slice.
Yeah, Felix also very close to the Boz. Just manages to keep it in the white lines there. Seth Martin into the pit
Seth
lane.
Martin into the pit.
As Lucas Giles takes the fastest lap from Seth as well on the mediums.
Very strong pace from Lucas. Seth Martin goes for the medium tires for the last stint of the race. He will come out in P19. As the battle for P6 is still going on, the boss is losing a lot of time to the guys in front, is out of the DRS now. 3/10 behind Henkas is Striker Boy.
Henkas
As
is in,
Henkas
so
goes to the
Nicky
box.
Robbo fakes the move into the pit lane. Henkas is in the pit lane.
Nicky Robbo
and Striker
now has
Boy.
the chance to get past Striker Boy.
Yeah, but Striker Boy also gets the DRS from the boxing Henkas. But is he still going to be able to get past? No, he stays behind. But is that the first sign that these guys are going to box? Henkas was on the hard compound tyres as Martin. Sets a 124 flat pretty much. Incredible pace on those mediums. Phoenix now over 4 seconds clear from P2. Looking incredible as always.
Yeah, very strong pace from Phoenix.
Looks dead set to win this race.
We don't know how many warnings he has, but if he gets another time penalty... Oh, he goes into the box. He's pitting. Henry stays out.
Now Martin is probably, if everyone else boxes, Martin's on the freshest tyres out of everyone, really. Well, he's first out of everyone on the fresh tyres.
Nicky Robbo as well into the pits.
This is interesting. Can those mediums last till the end of the race? But Jamal is on the hards. It's now Phoenix. Where's he going to come out? P10.
P10 for Phoenix.
Doesn't go for the softs as well, goes to the mediums.
Yeah.
Probably noticed that Martin's softs fell off quite quickly. That could be quite smart from Phoenix. Let's see how quickly he can catch on the new tyres. As
Hector won both Alfa Romeos again.
yeah, I think it was just a yellow flag for no reason though, because there wasn't any contact or anything. Slight slide there, and Phoenix all lost time there. And Martin is now closing in.
This is going to be interesting. Oh, Phoenix!
Phoenix
is
is
out.
left. We'll get an invite as quick as we can.
I'm inviting him as fast as possible.
Yeah, Phoenix is dropping back, having disconnected. Hope he can get back in as soon as he can, because he's nearly out of DRS zone. DRS range, sorry, of Martin. Univane gets a 3-second time penalty, running in P13. And yeah, he is out of DRS now. Phoenix, can he join back? Felix closing in on Striker Boy, getting that move done. Penalties will play a vital factor
Yeah.
at the end of
But
this race.
Bacon also makes again a move on Kev the Slice.
Yeah, Phoenix is still not in.
Max Porling also gets a 3-second time penalty.
Phoenix is back in the race. It'll take him a few more seconds to take control of his car, but at least he is back in.
Yeah.
P2 could still be on. Maybe even P1 if Martin gets stuck battling these cars in front. But the hard runners look to be in a nice position to get a decent points result in this race.
Martin goes for a move on Kev the Slice and he has done it.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, very tricky move there. He's done it. Goes up into P9 and is now
Felix in.
close behind Goodis Bacon.
Felix in the pit lane. He was on the medium, so are all the medium runners going to box?
I don't think so. The medium runners are going to till the end, to be honest.
Yeah, only 5 laps to go, not including this one. Jamal on the hard seems to be closing in to the back of Templos. And yeah, after boxing running in P5, I believe, Phoenix is now way down out of the points.
And
That's a huge mistake from
stop
Templos.
and 3 seconds for Templos.
Yeah, huge mistake from him, sliding, running off the track, trying to gain control back of his car, and that's allowed Jamal to gain within 2/10 of that Red Bull. Huge mistake there for Templos, absolutely batters the braking board. Smashed
If
it
Striker
into a
Boy
million
comes
pieces.
close enough, that means P5 for Templos. Ah, never mind. Commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Striker Boy.
Phoenix gets past Kevin the Slice with a nice little dive bomb there. Jamal with the ERS advantage and the DRS. Templos running low on ERS, won't get the DRS on Janator, and Jamal gets the move done into P3 onto the podium.
It's going to be interesting also. Did someone put low fuel in? I know we need at least, I think, 1.5 laps more, or almost 2 laps more fuel.
Yes, Phoenix now up into P8. We'll have a look at the positions gained. Striker Boy up 11, Martin up 12, and Phoenix down 7, but he does have that tyre advantage.
Jack off 3-second time penalty. So only 4 drivers have no penalties. Henry, Huggy Boss, aka Janator, Jamal, and Henkas.
Yeah, and Jamal is catching at a rate of knots now to Janator in that Mercedes.
And if Henkas closes up to Lucas Giles and manages to overtake him, he could benefit of all those penalties.
Yeah, there is a 5-second gap though between Lucas and Goodies Bacon, so I'm not sure as Jamal manages to stay behind to get that, pick up that DRS, and now on the main straight he should be able to fly past his Janator. Is pretty low on ERS.
Yeah, Janator close behind.
As Martin
Is he going?
and Phoenix both get past the bars, and Phoenix is going for the move on Martin. Martin does not have that DRS and he's very, very low on ERS. Phoenix as fast as that 123.5, incredible pace from him, and now Phoenix is in front of Martin.
Yeah. Phoenix is back in the race. 4 laps to go.
We'll have a look at the penalties quickly. 3 seconds for Phoenix, 3 seconds for Martin, 3 seconds for Striker Boy. So it looks like to get P4, it's going to have to be a move on track. But Templos does have 6 seconds worth. Phoenix sets another purple first sector.
Yeah. Templos now also out of the DRS of Genator.
Phoenix back in the DRS now of Striker Boy. Much fresher tyres. Felix with another penalty. He's just got so much more grip as Phoenix. Lucas Charles gets another penalty, and that probably shatters his chance of getting points. But Phoenix in the DRS, going to easily get past Striker Boy. A little bit of ERS usage. Phoenix takes another fastest lap, 123.388.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable the pace of Phoenix.
The ball's into the pit lane. He's going to try and steal that fastest lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari are in, could be in a battle here with AlphaTauri for the constructors.
Yeah, for sure.
Seth Martin retires from the race in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Goody Bacon and Kevin Slice having a right little scrap here. As Templos is now back.
Going on for a while now from these two guys.
Yeah, very close. As Templos is now in the back in the DRS of Genator in P3, but he does have a penalty.
Phoenix closing up to Templos as well.
Yeah, with that tyre advantage. Templos' mediums look absolutely shocking compared to Phoenix's.
But I guess Templos is going to try on a move on Genator. Genator has a lot of ERS to defend himself.
Yeah, Phoenix gains nearly a second there to Templos in the final two sectors. Just shows the difference in tyres.
Yeah. 20 lap old tires, unbelievable.
As there have been quite a couple moves.
Yeah, Aston Martin's changed positions.
Goodies Bacon gets past Kev.
Phoenix is already into in the DRS of Templos.
Yeah, Templos ran a little bit deep into that corner, and that's allowed Phoenix to close right up. He's just got so much more grip in that AlphaTauri on those fresher mediums. And he's going to go for the move on Templos. Templos isn't going to fight that, stays behind. Going to want to stay in that DRS if he can, and hope a puncture could play a factor into this race.
Yeah, puncture, or like you said, you're going into the last lap. Did everyone put enough fuel in it?
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm not seeing anyone flashing. Striker Boy has yellow fuel.
Striker Boy.
As Lucas Giles is flashing red on fuel.
Phoenix gets a 3-second time penalty. And does that take him up to 6 seconds? It does. So even if he overtakes Genator now, then Phoenix will still drop down to P4. Genator could be on for another podium here in his second official Tier 1 race in a seat at Mercedes.
Yeah.
Lucas Charles makes another move on Goodies Bacon, but he does have 12 seconds worth of penalties, so that will unfortunately take him out of the points.
Yeah, sadly. And the boss gets the fastest lap from Phoenix.
Yeah, it does. He did change onto those softs to try and get it for his constructor team of Ferrari. As I say, they'll be in a battle with AlphaTauri for the remainder of this season. As AlphaTauri drivers not got the best attendance, but still don't really need it as the win that many races.
Templos also running low on fuel. And Jamal is flashing red as well.
Someone's out of fuel, and I think it's Felix.
Yeah, Felix is out of fuel.
But Henry comes across the line to win round 2 here at Qatar. Jamal in P2, Phoenix in P3, but it's going to lose out to Janata, who uses his ERS to get into the podium position. Fantastic once again from Janata Martin in P5. Striker Boy just runs out of fuel on the final lap. Henkaz, oh, contact between Goodies Bacon and Henkaz. Henkaz out of the session. There's going to be a lot of swapping here on the final race. June Vain, is he going to get P10? I think he does. June Vain does get a point for Williams.
Nova Gibson up to P11.
Yeah, I think that is it as Lucas Charles walk of shame to the line as he runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
But there we go. Henry is your race winner here.
10 plus DNF? What? Why is 10 plus P15?
I think he left the game, so it caused the bug, but I think he did. We'll have to go off the standings in game instead of the final ones. But there we go. Henry is your winner here today. That reminds me, Durus, who's your driver of the day?
My driver of the day. I'm between two drivers, to be honest. Martins Louvre, of course. It's a unbelievable race today. Started P19, is in P5. But I might give my driver of the day to Striker Boy. Started P16, comes home in P6, 10 positions gained. I think he did well.
Yeah, just managed to crawl his way across the line to keep that result as well after running out of fuel. But yeah, 10 plus I believe should be
10 plus should be in P4, I guess.
P4.
15.7 seconds, P5. P6. In front of Striker Boy. Should be in front of Striker Boy.
Yeah, and that reminds me, we'll be posting the final standings in our Discord server and maybe on social media as well.
So who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day, yeah, I think it's got to be Martin in it. He started last after having force feedback issues in qualifying, and to come home P5 as well, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, very strong pace from Martins Louvre.
As we have got some interviews waiting.
Yeah, let's get into them.
And first of all, we'll bring in your second podium. One in Las Vegas, coming home P2. But then comes home P3 here in Qatar. It's absolutely an incredible result for Janata. Here he is, Janata from Mercedes. Second podium in a row. How do you think that race went?
Yeah, I mean, it felt pretty good overall. P3, so I'm really happy with that. I was really close to getting a puncture. I think I was about 86% at the end on my front left. So yeah, I got with that, and I started tyre saving about lap 19, hence why Henry started to pull away from me a lot and 10 plus started to gain on me. And yeah, I think that paid off. I didn't tyre save that much. I don't think I would have made it because, yeah, I think another lap and that could have been it. So yeah, tyre wear around this circuit is really bad, and so is fuel burn. And I put in like 2 laps plus 2 laps of fuel. I didn't check at the end, like on the last couple of laps, but I saw like it was going down to about 1 lap at some point. So yeah, also the fuel burn is really bad around this track. And yeah, I mean, I like this track. I feel fairly strong around it, and yeah, so really happy with this.
Yeah, Durus, have you got any questions for Janata?
Yeah, Janata, very strong race today again. Your second podium in the second race of the season. I think that must feel perfect for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to be getting 2 podiums in a row in the first 2 races. Yeah, I at the end of last season, I was aiming for to be able to challenge for top fives and getting on the podiums twice in a row is really nice and way above what I expected. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us here today. Congratulations on the second podium in a row, and
Right.
we look forward to seeing you next week as well.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
See you later. He'll bring in his teammate Seth Martin.
Thanks. See ya.
Hello, Seth Martin.
Hello.
What happened, Seth? I think at the beginning you were having a pretty good race. Come in with some penalties, I guess, and then retired in the pits. What happened?
Well, yeah, my pedal, my throttle was like capped, not 100%, so I was not actually fully on the throttle. I don't know why, but it just was a bug for some reason. And then, let's be honest, Mercedes mechanics are getting sacked for that one. I'll tell you that, because set the medium tyre, go in, chuck on the softs. Oh yeah, grand, cheers, love that, cheers mechanics. And then obviously I had to pit again because that we're gonna make to the end, and there wasn't gonna be any safety cars for the end, so I just said I don't want to just drive around here pointlessly, so I just started in the pit lane.
Husky, do you have
Well,
some questions?
it's not obviously the race you would have wanted, but next week, where are we going to? Let's have a look.
Jeddah.
We're off to Jeddah, and obviously you love that track. So, what are your realistic expectations for Jeddah?
I'm gonna say top 5 if everything goes according to plan. Hopefully, I can qualify quite high around there, and I think I've got really good race pace around there as well. But yeah, just 2 losses in a row. It's not ideal for the start of the championship. I'm gonna really have to sweat out these next couple of races if I want to stay kind of within the top 10. Actually, to be honest. So yeah, but congrats on Janator getting the podium. It's good overall points of the team. But yeah, I just need to be up there or in around him, closer to him.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Seth Martin.
Hope to see you
See ya.
next week. See you later. Now we'll bring in your race winner, Martin Zluva.
Race winner? No. He's not the race winner.
Not race winner, sorry. P5. Martin, P5 in the end. Very good drive to come back from P19 after quality issues. Can you talk me through what happened in qualifying?
Yeah. Just it's the fact that I switched from the game to the desktop so I can write on Discord. But when I switched, the force feedback just completely lost on my wheel. So then I can't drive without force feedback. So I had to quit. And then I thought I could rejoin and go again, but the game didn't let me take over of my character again. So I just had to set and watch the qualifying.
Yeah, Durus, any questions?
Yeah, Martin, what do you think about the next race? If I'm not wrong, it's Jeddah.
Jeddah, okay, Jeddah. I like Jeddah, so hopefully, I won't have any problems qualifying. And of course, in the race today was very challenging. I'm sweating all over my body. So yeah, I'm glad I finished P5. I thought I could get Phoenix since he quit, I think, for a few seconds, but he rejoined, and obviously his mediums were a lot quicker than mine. So so he overtook me back, but it's still P5. P5 while starting last is a very good finish for me.
Yeah, thank you for joining, and we hope to see you up there next week in Jeddah. So thanks for joining.
Thank you.
And now we'll bring in your race winner, Henry, for Haas.
Henry, hello. First win in T1. Last Friday win in T2. Tell us about the race. How do you feel?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, GG's to Phoenix. Yeah, unlucky that he disconnected. I think it would have been really close in the end. Yeah, he probably would have caught me. To be honest, I don't think pitching was the right strategy there. Just because you have to then push so much, and with track limits, I knew that basically this race, it would have been decided by track limits either way. And he got 6 seconds, I think, in the end. So kind of lucky that he had to push. But the race went well. My plan was I just kind of wanted to stay in the DRS from Phoenix and just ride it the whole race, because I had a bit of a lower wing setup actually. And I think if I race again in Qatar, I probably won't choose it again. But I was planning on just staying in the DRS, just using my battery not at all. But to be honest, Phoenix was the faster guy, and he definitely would have won the race. But I'm happy. I'm happy to win the race, but it's kind of, it's kind of bittersweet that I didn't really win it on track. I think Phoenix would have had a really good chance. And Austria last week obviously got the 5-second penalty. I think it's deserved. I think it's fair. But so my first race in this league, really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Are you surprised that your tyres lasted to the end, or was that the plan to go right until the end?
No, it wasn't the plan to go to the end, to be honest. But when I saw that Phoenix was pitting, I just really wanted to win the race. I was kind of mad because on the safety car restart, I got an illegal overtake on Yakov, which I reviewed it, and I took him behind the line. I didn't know where I got that illegal overtake, and that basically cost me the 3 seconds to Phoenix. And the whole race, I was just 1 second behind that 3-second window. But
Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining and racing. Congrats on the win. We hope to see
Thank you.
hope to see you next week as well. So thank you.
Yep.
Thank
you,
you.
guys. Bye-bye.
Now we'll bring in Durus. We'll bring in your man, Lucas Giles, for Red Bull.
Yeah.
I'll let you do this interview.
Lucas Giles.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Not so well.
So tell us about the race. What happened today, and how do you feel?
Well, the qualifying was pretty close, pretty close. And apart from Phoenix and all that lot, they were pretty quick. I was in 10th. The start was pretty good until turn 3 when someone spun and put me in the gravel. And then I was kind of stuck in the midfield. Then safety car came out. Started getting through everyone. I was into P5, and then I was in a DRS run with the Genator and Martin's lover and another guy, I think Henry, and started pulling away for a bit, and then I don't know what happened. I just must have gotten on the throttle too soon and got in the gravel.
Yes. Also, time penalties were a big issue for you today, I guess.
Yeah, that was
12
awful.
seconds.
It was mainly when I was following someone behind, but also lack of practice as well. I did practice hard, but not as much in the race pace. It was more of a time trial practice, and it wasn't good enough, to be honest. I mean, I got into P10 and then just not quick, really.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining.
I've...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Best of luck in Qatar next week. Hope to see you further up the field.
You mean Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I do mean that. Sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week.
See you later. Cheers.
I actually don't think I can speak properly, mate.
I'm gonna let Icky to you. It's your driver.
Yeah, Icky Robbo. Let's bring him in. Icky. Not the best race. Can you talk me through the incident with Nova on the first lap?
Well, coming up to, I think, which is turn 6. Well, firstly, I broke quite late, so ran a bit wide there, but Nova just didn't leave me any room. But I think someone else tried to send it up the inside of him. So it was just an incident that was basically never always going to happen. Because if I went off the track, I would have got a track limits warning. And definitely, as we all saw around Qatar, there was track limit penalties everywhere. And I just couldn't afford to get one at lap 1.
Yeah, certainly track limits, penalties were a big factor in this race, but still P7, valuable points for the team. Do you think that we can still achieve top 5 in the constructors?
It will be difficult, but if we have a few good races, I think we've got a chance.
Yeah. Jeddah up next. Did I say it right this time, Durus? It is Jeddah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Cheddar.
how is your pace around that track?
Jeddah, it's my pace is. It's not that bad, but I think I might make a few mistakes around there. It's not my best, but very enjoyable.
Yeah, certainly. So thank you for joining today. We appreciate it. Hope to see you next week as well.
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.
See ya.
And there we go then. That completes round 2 of Tier 1, Season 6 around Qatar. A lot of time penalties around here, but the final classification, Henry was your race winner, Jamal P2 and Janata in P3. Thank you all for joining. Thanks, Durus, also for jumping on the commentary.
No problem.
And we hope to see you all next week, just like the drivers.
Yeah,
See you later.
alligator.